Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is Pound for Pound, powered by Cricket. Cricket got family plans 4 for $25. Come on, bro, you gotta go get it. We got single lines that's starting at $30. Hey, and for everybody that like to chill with their boo thing on the couch, we got Max for select plans. Make sure you go to cricketwireless.com for all the deals and specials and everything they got going on. Now let's get into the show. Let's go. So I was a two-time Division II national champion.
Okay.
I know that you made it to the Final Four as an 11th seed.
Yep.
Talk to us about, the mental fortitude, the things that it took to lead your team, to the Final Four of, one of the biggest tournaments in basketball.
Yeah, no, it was, there were so many different things that I could pinpoint and say this is what it was. This was the blueprint and how we got there. But I'd be lying if I told you that, whatever we set, the goal that we set is exactly how we got there. But I do think that the one thing that always stands out to me was how close we were.
Yeah.
The brotherhood that we had, and it's a very cliche thing to say.
Yeah.
But there were things that happened through the course of that year where, certain teams and certain locker rooms, you either go, a couple guys go north, a couple guys go south, a couple guys go east and west, but we all stayed together. And we were a pretty good team through the whole year, first and foremost. From a statistical standpoint, we were one of the better defensive teams in the country, so we won a lot of games.
Yeah.
I think the difference maker was when we got to the NCAA tournament. We're a bunch of guys that are from a major city. We're from the DC area. And so when it came to playing against some other guys that went to Georgetown, went to Maryland, went to Duke, we see them all the time.
Yeah.
So we weren't very starstruck.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh man, this is a big game, man. We're playing against so and so. Like, we didn't care.
Let's go.
We were city dudes, and so once we, when you got 5 guys that step on the floor like that,
Yeah.
The pressure is no longer on us. It's on the opponent.
And
once we got that first win under our belt, the rest was history.
Okay, so I got another question. It's kind of like a follow-up question. And as an MMA fighter, I'm accustomed to contact, you know what I mean? I get praised for it.
Yeah.
You had an incident where you didn't get praised for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk to us kind of about that situation and how it was able to, to propel you, or how it was you was able to make a shift, you know what I mean, to being an amazing kind of leader in that situation.
Yeah, no, I mean it was I'm a competitor.
Yeah.
The competitive spirit sometimes gets mismanaged. And in that moment, for me, that was mismanagement. I had an opportunity to play in that league that had some very, very good players, myself included, Jose Juan Barrera, who played almost a decade for the Dallas Mavericks, and then Lawrence Stokes, who played at Hofstra and was a very, very good player who, obviously got the other end of my aggression.
Yes,
we were basically the 3 best guards in the league at the time.
Wow.
And me and Lawrence Stokes just had a thing for each other, and it was
a healthy competition.
It was healthy competition, and some things happened to play before, and that was a year that everybody expected us to win the conference tournament.
Oh.
Because we won the regular season. So
and correct me if I'm wrong. You missed out on the first conference game.
Right. No. So we won the regular season.
Yeah.
And so going into our conference tournament, and again at the time before everything happened, the CAA, which was the league we were playing in, it's a 1-bid league, and so just because we won our regular season did not mean that we were going to get an automatic bid. So going into the conference tournament, it's like you got to
7-man for himself. You got to
keep playing. But then when you're the team that wins the league, then everybody's got a bullseye on you. Yeah. And so going into that game, it was a hard game, man. And Hofstra won.
Because everybody is literally fighting for that spot again. No matter what you did in the regular season, you back to fighting for your spot.
Yeah, you're fighting for that bid. And Hofstra wanted it. They played better than us that night. And one thing led to another, man. And I lost my cool. And it was one of the things at the time, as I reflect, it was good for me.
Yeah.
Just because it taught me, no matter what and no matter the situation, you got to always be level-headed.
Yeah.
As a player. And the irony behind it is, me and Lauren ended up playing both for, and this is a story I don't know if I've ever put it out there publicly, but we both played for the Orlando Magic in Summer League. I think that was maybe 2009. And we had a conversation about it and like laughed about it.
Yeah.
And so public perception, especially the Hofstra fans, I
course.
don't mind talking about the Hofstra fans, but public perception is, you know, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened in basketball. And it's like I've come to grips with it. You know, one thing led to another, and everything kind of happens for a reason. I obviously had to sit out that first game in the NCAA tournament, but you know, all of that kind of came together, and without all of that happening, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you. So it was unfortunate. It was a life lesson for me, but you know, if losing my cool in a basketball game is the worst thing somebody can say about Tony Skinn, I'm gonna live with it.